causes me
Oh
all
my
sorts
God.
of pain.
Oh!
It feels like burning and being
She looks like it's like a
crazy,
hunchback thing, right? But it's a
anxious, and
bump,
I know you're scared.
right?
I don't like see you hurting, and I know you're due.
Oh.
Now it's scabbed
Oh,
up a
it's
little
right
bit.
near the eye.
I hope that Dr. Lee will just pop a little cyst out and say goodbye.
Right.
My growth feels like
No.
a squishy,
Oh my
spongy
God.
texture. And I'm embarrassed by the smell. I think it's
Oh,
just
it
crazy. You know
smells.
how I've had it.
Hey guys, welcome back to my bedroom. So today is going to be another episode of Dr. Pimple Popper. Oh my God, what was that? I have no idea. What the heck was that? That was really lame. So yes, we are back for season 9, episode 2. If you didn't check out last week's episode where we covered episode 1, go ahead and check that out. You're going to want to because it was an amazing kickoff to this series. I will leave the link on the bottom bar for you to check out before you watch this one, or you can be a rebel and go straight into this one with me. Hey, I'm not judging. Last week really took me on a massive roller coaster, which was so exciting. There's nothing really left to say, so let's just go ahead and get right into the episode. You guys excited? I know I am. Texaronga, Texas? Texaronga, Texas. What? Texaronga, Texas? That's
My name
very.
is Jacqueline.
That's like
I'm 42
California,
years old,
Rica,
and I have this
Texas.
huge
California,
mass on my right
Rica,
shoulder.
California.
And I can't stand
That's
it.
a
I
tongue
hate it, in
twister.
fact. My boyfriend Brad calls it my third boob.
Her
It
third
feels
boob.
mushy, soft, fatty.
Ooh, she's talented.
Causes me all sorts of pain.
Girl.
Feels like burning.
Oh.
Approximately 10 years ago is when I noticed this mass. I have fears of the doctor. It was
Don't we
already
all?
the size of almost a baseball. When I finally went to the doctors and had an ultrasound done on it, and the doctors kept saying that until it wrecks my mobility, that it was really no concern. When I felt like I didn't have any
That
other options,
is-
I tried a couple
What
different
about
things.
quality of
I was
life?
at
Doesn't that
a
count for
little
something?
hippie fest, art fest, and
Yeah, she's pretty.
there was a wizard there.
Oh, I like that picture.
And the wizard said that he could heal me. And so I allowed the wizard to do his little thing from across the room. And once again, no results with that either.
Did I miss something?
I take extra caution with really big growths. Increased risk for bleeding, increased risk for infection,
Okay.
increased risk for complications
The
in
more I
general.
watch her,
So
the more I
there's
become
a
a
limit
fan.
to the
I
size
love
that
her
I can
so
remove
much.
of any bump.
Feels like a lipoma. Lipomas are benign growths, but they're like clonal copies of fat cells. It's like as if your fat cells just decided to create this little utopia, like
Yeah.
its own little world
Yeah.
of just fat cells.
I
And
love
right
that
here in
that
armpit,
is
we
the
have brachial
definition of
plexus,
a lipoma.
which is
Like,
a
it just
nerve bundle
sounds
that's pretty big,
like
and that
excess
we
fat,
don't want to
right?
do anything with that
Lipoma.
because it really affects the movements and the sensations in your arm here. We do this under local
Ooh.
anesthesia.
Oh, that doesn't see.
Are you okay with that? Because that's what we do here.
And I understand that, but I've never had a cavity. I've never had like any surgeries. I've never had anything like that. So I'm pretty nervous. I'm just so scared and just
Okay.
nervous. And but if I can't do things with my right hand, which this is my dominant hand, there'd be a lot of things that I couldn't do. And I just feel like this needs to go. But I'm very nervous.
Right. You can do it. I know you can.
You can do it.
All right, so I'm going to see
Do
you
it,
in a little
Jackie.
bit, okay?
All
Her
right.
name's Jacqueline. You can do it.
Vibes it.
Just
Yeah,
take
hold on
a
one second.
Benadryl.
My name's Christy, and I'm gonna give you a lorazepam, okay? She says you've had like Advil.
Yes.
It's just 1 milligram.
Okay.
Well, hello, you made it in. How are you feeling? I gave you a little something.
I'm okay. I'm okay.
She's
I feel funny.
she's
right now,
like, we
more
gave you a
comfortable.
little something. You know.
All right, so
He's
let me get started with you.
Okay, well, I know that I'm pretty charming, but I can't always completely relax a patient. So sometimes a little
I love
chemical
her.
assistance is needed.
See,
Not
we're
a
not
recreational
delusional.
type
She
of
is
chemical
charming.
assistance,
She
but just a
knows
little
it. She affirmed
relaxing.
it.
Jackie still looks like she's worried, but hopefully it's a chilled and a mellowed type of worry now.
feel like you can almost take a nap.
Oh my God, they're cutting into it. Okay. Oh my God, I forgot. I forgot that that's just. Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry. See,
I
would
guess
be a
Jacqueline's
horrible.
okay because I just sliced her open and
What?
she seems to be pretty calm and chill
What is
about this.
that?
So
It
thank
looks like
goodness
an
that
alien
relaxing
baby
medication
coming
worked. Now
out
I just
of
gotta
her
scoop this
shoulder.
big bump out of there as quick as I can.
Oh please.
Just removing those
Oh
some like
my
little
God.
fibrous bands that are keeping this in place.
Oh.
So I'm just trying to like
what?
tease them away gently
What?
and safely. It's gonna squeeze you because sometimes I try to not use anything sharp and try
Okay.
to squeeze things out. Popping it out is much safer because then I'm not gonna
Literally,
shear any
E.T. is
vessels or
coming
anything.
out of her.
So I gotta use my brute strength.
Oh
here.
my God, that's like an entire raw chicken.
He's coming. He's coming. Come this way. It's just stuck in there.
Okay, that thing is humongo, you guys. Like, that thing is like
little baby.
huge.
Come
That's like,
on.
I mean,
Come to
it's
mama.
larger than a Cornish game hen. That is a straight up chicken.
This lipoma, it really just keeps coming and coming. I hope I can get this all out before the relaxing medication wears off. Honestly, though, I don't think Jackie's
I think
gonna care
I need
any
a
which way at this
relaxing
point.
medication.
I mean,
okay,
I think she's feeling pretty good.
Because I don't want to pull on you.
Oh,
I want to leave the things that we want to leave there.
oh.
Just take the lipoma.
Do you
Nothing
hear
else.
it?
Sorry,
Can
dear.
you
There's
hear
like
that?
one last little bit. I
It's
just want to
making
make sure
a
that
squirting
all
sound.
this looks clear before.
That was pretty heavy.
Success, the makeup bump, gone, out of there. Now my task is to sew up this really long incision and make Jacqueline's arm
I need
as
some water.
pretty as she is.
After that.
Done. So excited. I feel like a different person right now. It's almost like you want to go run on top of the buildings and just start
Wow,
firing and
what a
feel
difference.
like you're not being a freak, you know, like because you're happy.
I know that was really
She's
hard for
happy.
you to get over it out of your mind. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I did not feel a thing.
Oh, really?
I didn't
Oh.
feel a thing.
That's great. That's great.
Dr. Lee was able to keep me in a calm
Whatever
state.
she,
My fears were
just
really
1 milligram.
senseless.
Are you sure it was
take
just
care,
one,
right?
1
Yes,
milligram?
thank you.
Are you
Bye.
sure?
Now that
Quick, we're running late.
Bring my boots.
Crap.
Where my
Okay, hang
boots?
on. You're lucky I like you.
Okay, thank you.
I'm
So they're at the
Finish up in
hotel
here.
now.
All right, finish up.
And
This
then
is
it's all
a
yours.
new
I don't want to be
new
waiting on
patient.
you. I'm James, 52 years old.
How,
All the way
James?
from Texas.
Ooh,
Here to get
another
this little
Texan.
raspberry on my lower eyelid taken off.
I love his accent.
About 2.5 years ago, I started noticing just a little pimple bump, and it's grown ever since.
It's
Hey, I've
hard
seen-
and dry.
It doesn't take very much to just bump it, and it'll start bleeding. It was bleeding on me this morning.
Does it hurt?
Now it's scabbed up a little bit. I must have hit it in the night.
He's a
Yeah,
handsome
scab
guy,
right there.
too.
Yeah.
Oh!
You're nuts.
Of course, the more cells you have, the more opportunity you have for something to go a little awry and growths to grow. It's like a garden of growths, really. The longer we live, the more the garden grows. You can have angiomas, lipomas, acrocordon, verruca, skin cancer. You can have pyogenic granulomas, seborrheic keratosis, steatocystomas, trichodiscomas, trichofolliculomas. There's dilated pore whiners. So many different things that can occur on your skin. You watch me do these surgeries, this is just a little minutia. This is just a little sneak peek into our world of dermatology.
Ooh, it
Oh
looks
my God.
mad.
Yeah.
No.
Like it's hanging down a little bit. Do you mind if I take a good look here? Is it hurting you at all?
It stings a little bit, especially when I bump it real hard.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, no.
How long have you had
Poor
this?
man.
I've had this about 2.5 years.
It was actually flesh colored for the longest time, and then now it's
gotten
gotten
a little
angry.
mad at you, maybe
Yeah.
because
Yeah, see,
it
there's
knew you
like
were
a
coming
hair
around
going out
here,
of it.
huh?
Yeah, it's-
Right, you're a lucky guy though because you got this wonderful fiance who
She's the main reason I'm here.
Oh,
Even got this far. I wouldn't have never done it myself.
As a
Oh,
dermatologist, we bleed
I
and then
love
heal
them.
and then
I
bleed
hope
again.
they have,
That's
like,
usually a way
so
that
many
we
kids
describe
and like
different
have
kinds of
such an
skin
amazing life
cancers.
together.
Basal cell carcinomas, squamous cell carcinomas, and melanomas are the three most common type of skin cancers. Types of skin cancers like melanoma can spread internally and threaten your life, you know, really. And threaten
so we're talking
your life,
skin
really,
cancer?
because they can spread through your blood, through your lymphatic system.
I'm here with James, and I really suspect that he's got a skin cancer underneath his eye. And it is really close to important structures, so I do think it's really important to do this sooner rather than later.
So,
Okay.
I think this is a basal cell carcinoma.
Just got real.
It is a
Okay,
kind
so
that
it was all fun
even
and
though it's a
games
C
until you
word,
said the
it's
C
not
word.
life-threatening.
No.
So, and the best way to remove this is
They're
a
both
technique called
dealing
Mohs
with this
surgery.
so well.
We
I
take
would
that
probably
tissue
start
and we
crying.
slice it really
I'm about to
thin
start crying
so
right
that
now.
I can look at it under the
And that's
microscope
not even me.
to see
I don't
whether
have
there's
that.
any more of the
Oh,
skin
my
cancer cells
Lanta.
left.
Wow. Well, I guess it's not just a simple pop.
All right, you guys, we're gonna bring you
I
guys on
would
back,
lose
okay?
it. I
really
would
wanna get it
completely
taken
lose
care
it.
of.
I'm a big crybaby.
Never heard of a
though.
Mohs
I cry at
surgery.
everything.
Never been to a
so.
dermatologist.
So you're clear.
Got it.
When I look at it in the microscope, I don't see any more skin cancer cells.
Nice.
I'll go ahead, I'm gonna send this to pathology, but we got it.
Big sense of relief after she said she got it.
If I felt like I could exhale, I had been holding my breath the entire time.
And you're almost done. This is our last step here.
The creative part of all of this comes out when we're doing the reconstruction. James has a circular defect here. So if we close this side to side and I pull it this way, that's gonna pull down on your eye.
Yeah,
So
it's gonna
instead of pulling this up and down, I could really redirect this tissue in this direction. So I'm pulling it closed now and the tension is now this way. And so now I'm not going to pull down on his eye.
Okay.
So let me put a stitch in. It's gonna feel a little tight.
Oh,
Pulling something
no.
from side to side, but we can see here how we've gotten this tissue all ready to pull, and we've got some
Oh,
nice
God.
movement there.
I just.
it's gone.
Oh,
You
I
were
think I'm
dealing
way
with
too.
that for a while.
I
It's
think
probably something you've thought about all the time.
It only took 3 hours and several Mohs
Okay, I'm
layers,
glad.
but we
I'm glad it's
finally
done.
got him clear.
I'm glad I
and
have
I'm
really bad
pretty
eyesight,
pleased
so
with
it
the
kind of
results.
blurred
I think
everything
he's gonna
out.
be really happy.
You can take a look. It's gonna be funny looking and bumpy, okay?
Okay.
All right, Dr. Lee.
There you go. There you go.
I'm just so happy that
After
he
2.5
doesn't have
years of dealing with this
cancer.
on my face, just real ecstatic to see it gone. It was just unbelievable. Wouldn't
He
even look
said
like I
real
never had
ecstatic.
a little raspberry there.
I cannot believe how well it turned out. I'm completely shocked.
I'm getting
This is
emotional
not just
again.
a medical procedure. This is like engineering.
Now
Oh.
you know to see a dermatologist, right?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you very
And
much.
sunscreen.
Yes, and sunscreen.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Dr.
Okay,
Lee.
bye.
Wow. Something
Yeah.
completely different.
James.
I'm happy that we got here and got this done. Feel like a
I am
new person
so
just from one minute to the next.
Yes, James. Elkhart, Indiana.
I'm
God, that was-
Michaela.
that's a
I am
beautiful
20
place.
years old, and I have this growth on the side of my head.
Oh.
My growth kind of feels like a squishy, spongy texture.
Oh.
It's really itchy, and I'm embarrassed by the smell. Kind
The
of like
smell.
infected, crusty smell to it. Like it's just gross. When I
Oh,
was
no.
born, it was about the size of a grape, and now it's about 2 inches off the
Why
side of
does
my
it
head.
smell? Like, it doesn't even look like it
The
would
first
smell,
time
right?
that
Like,
I went to see
it
a
just
doctor,
looks like
I was 23 years
keloids
old.
or
The doctor
something.
told me that it was a
Like-
nevus, kind of like a mole. And I
Congenial
made the
skin
decision
lesion.
to have
A
it sliced
nevus.
off. They sent
So
it in for a
interesting how
biopsy,
skin
and it came
just
back
has
as
so many
seborrheic
different things.
keratosis. And
Seborrheic
it grew back
keratosis.
within 3 months to the size that it is now.
Oh, bless
I work
her.
very hard as a hydrovac operator in the oil field. We use water pressure, and the truck sucks up the mud, and we go dump it, and then we come back and we do it all over again. The truck definitely makes me feel like a badass, but I definitely feel
mean,
like a lot of
okay.
people would be shocked to find out about my job.
Birthmarks is a very generic term. It just means a mark that you're born with. There are many different types of birthmarks.
I have a
So they can
birthmark
be
right
really
here
all different
on
shapes, all different
my
colors.
left,
They can
one of
grow
my
hair on
hips,
them. They can
the
grow
back
where
of my
hair
hips.
is. They can cause a
And it
lack
looks
of
like a
hair in
bruise.
an area.
Like
And there's
back in the
always a
2000s when I would wear
difficulty
like,
when
you know,
are in an
thank you Britney
environment where you're
Spears,
different in
the
one
extremely
distinct
low
way than
slung
everybody
hip
else.
huggers.
And now You have
people
the
would always
smell
see my
to
birthmark
contend with.
whenever I
Birthmark could
move or bend
potentially
over or sit
smell
down.
just because it's
Like,
in
oh
an
my
area
God, are you
that
being beat? I'm
generates
like,
a little
oh
more
no.
sweat, a little
It's
more
my
oil,
birthmark.
and so I'm sure that can make you feel very self-conscious. Okay, let me take a look at it.
Ooh, I love her
Oh, I
jacket.
see. It gets kind of wet under there. It's a little
Yeah.
macerated under there.
Yeah, sometimes it gets
Ooh.
kind of bloody too. But
Okay, because it kind of rubs on things.
That's why
Is it? Can you lift
kind
it
of
up? Like, is it like
leaks.
actually lift
It's
up on one edge? Do you know
moisture.
what I mean? 'Cause it's
yeah.
kind of
Because look,
smushed.
it's like,
yeah, it actually lifts up in a bunch of places.
Oh, okay. Had any of it removed before?
okay, so
I
that
just had
explains
the
the
whole
smell.
thing removed.
Did they just like? You're okay, right?
I am okay.
Okay, good. Trying to take as little bit as I can. Almost got it all.
It looks like steak fat, right?
Oh,
Like
there we go.
she's cutting a piece of meat, and it looks
You've
like
taken
the
it
fat
off, but let's take a
that
look
you
at
would
this
want to
area now,
eat
too.
on a steak. Again,
I'm really happy that
she's
I was
ruining
able
my
to
favorite
remove the
foods.
bulk of the really
But this time
ugly
I'm
and
doing
really
it. I don't know.
noticeable.
This is so gross. Look at all that.
Okay, girl,
It
that
looks
is
like
disgusting.
an alien species, like an alien plant.
Yes,
Like it looks like
a
it like
coral or
grows like
something.
yeah, like it's something that grows on like an alien
Fascinated.
planet.
I've never seen anyone this fascinated with this.
I am beyond fascinated with my little alien. It feels so
I love
surreal
her.
to
She has
hold my
such a great
birthmark in my
imagination.
hand.
I'm
The
thinking
texture of
beef
it
fat.
is
She's
way
thinking
more
alien
different than I
plants.
thought it was.
I like her
I
version
think it
better.
looks really freaky and cool.
Take care, okay?
You too. Thank you.
Thank you.
I look forward to throwing away all my headbands.
Yes,
I
girl.
don't have to
Throw
worry
them
about
out, girl.
having it covered every
And go
day.
back to work and flirt
This
with
is
all them
a
boys,
life-changing
girl.
experience.
It's been 2 months since I saw James, and his scar has healed up
James looks
perfectly.
insanely good.
Pathology did confirm it was indeed a basal cell carcinoma, so it's really good that he saw me when he did.
Everything's healing up pretty good. Back to work, getting on with my life.
James and his fiance are relieved to have that ugly and cancerous bump gone, and James has agreed not to procrastinate with anything like this again. No more bloody face. Good luck, James.
Scary. That is so scary. Get it, James. Oh, we're back in Indiana, girl. Ooh!
And my head looks
Girl,
a million times
she
better.
looks so good.
That
She looks like a
gross
straight up
alien is
torrid model.
gone. Beautiful
Oh my
as it was
god,
meant to be.
she's
It didn't
beautiful.
hurt at all when I touch the area, and it's just so much easier for me to wear a hard hat.
Yeah.
Before, I was kind of insecure, you know, about having to hide my birthmark all the time. I could be done with these scarves. I don't need these anymore.
Oh.
But I don't need my headbands or scarves anymore. Now people are able to see me for who I am. It makes me feel like now, you know, I can move forward.
I
Dr.
love
Sandra Lee,
her.
I am so
I'm so happy
grateful.
for you.
I haven't felt this good in 28 years.
Girl, you look good. You look amazing. She looks fantastic, right, you guys? Oh, right.
It's been almost 6 weeks
Texaronka,
since I had my
whatever.
procedure with Dr. Lee.
Tell me if
And
I'm
I
pronouncing
do
that
feel
right,
like
you
an
guys
entirely
from
different
Texas.
woman now. Jackie's back.
Get it, Jackie.
I haven't seen that part of my body flat
Yes.
for 10 years. I feel free,
Okay.
and I don't feel like I have to hide from the world and be a hermit anymore.
No, you don't. You do not. Girl, yes. Oh my gosh, you guys. That was another incredible episode of Dr. Pimple Popper. I'm really starting to become such a huge fan of this show. Like, where was I? We had 3 great stories again. We had Jacqueline, who had that big lipoma on her back. Wow. I mean, I love that we saw someone who is afraid of local anesthesia. My mom is one of those where local anesthesia is really not her thing. She won't go to a dentist if they only provide local anesthesia. So that really hit home for me. I'm very proud of her that she pushed through, that she mustered up the courage to really go for it and get this taken care of finally. And now she's so happy. And I love that she was like, I didn't even feel a thing. Hopefully this will help her in the future in case she ever, needs local anesthesia again. And I loved her relationship with her boyfriend. So sweet. He was so kind and so supportive. I loved how he deeply, deeply cares for her and that he obviously did not take her for granted. And then we had James. James and his fiance. That case scared me. It scared the bejesus out of me. When I heard cancer, I was not expecting that. I mean, wow. They weren't expecting that either. They probably thought it was some kind of random cyst or something like I did. And I thought we were going to have a lot of oozing of mashed potatoes out of that thing. And they would have to like shut his eye to prevent all the squirting from happening. Yeah, it was not that. Sadly, it was cancer, but luckily it was, what's the word? Benign, where she was able to get it all out, get that cancerous bump out of there. I'm glad that he got that cancer bump taken off, and I'm glad that it didn't spread. I'm glad that it's completely off of his face, and I'm glad that he got it done at the nick of time so he can live his life with his beautiful fiance, looking handsome, looking like there was nothing ever there. I'm just absolutely relieved for them. And last, but certainly not least, we have Michaelia. I think that's her name, right? Michaelia. Oh, beautiful girl. So sweet. I loved how she really just took life in stride. You can tell, like, she just wanted to make the best out of every day that she had. She wasn't bitter. She wasn't salty. She wasn't jaded. Even though life dealt her a bad hand by being born with that thing on her head, only to get that thing biopsied and have it just be worse than it was before, more uncomfortable. It's leaking, it's bleeding now, it smells. How uncomfortable is that? That poor thing. But she has a happy ending as well, and they were able to take out more than she was even expecting. And I am just so unbelievably happy for her. You can see her confidence oozing out at the end of that episode. She walked so proud. She had her head held high, as she should have, because girl, she was beautiful, with or without that birthmark. And the fact that she worked at that water pumping place, girl, snaps for you. Thank you guys so much for joining me for another episode of Dr. Pimple Popper. I hope you're able to join us next week when we check out episode 3 of season 9. If you enjoyed this episode and you want to join me for the next one, make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit the like button and comment and let me know which procedure was your favorite in this week's episode. Until next week, thank you friends for joining me, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.